Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to take a look at some Michael Jackson cuts being played by Orianthi during rehearsals for the Michael Jackson tour that never happened because unfortunately he passed away. These were rehearsals that took place in 2009, the same year he died. And we have been very interested in Orianthi over the last few weeks, especially since she collaborated with Danny Villarreal of The Warning on Back in Black, and then proceeded to give Danny her guitar, a really nice custom PRS with her own name on it. So, which was a class move. But the material that we've heard from her is great. We really enjoy it. It's not necessarily super deep epic stuff. It's really more along the lines of very solid blues rock by a very talented guitar player. And so she's been hired by Alice Cooper. So Michael Jackson was another one. But she's been a hired gun on many occasions. Let's go ahead and check out these rehearsals. We're going to look at a couple clips. One is a regular song size clip, and then there's a 1-minute clip after that I want to show. I haven't even told Adrian about that one yet, but this one is Black and White. Any thoughts before we start, Adrian?
No, I remember when the song came out originally. They played it on TV, I remember.
It was a big deal because the video was one of the first to use that morphing technology that you now see everywhere. So it was kind of a groundbreaking video. So yeah, it got a lot of play. I think the video was more interesting than the song in some ways, but the song's all right. I was never a huge Michael Jackson fan, but I did appreciate the work he did. He did some pretty excellent pop work, no question about it. All right, let's go ahead and look at this clip.
Right here. Okay, no second verse. Sorry. Okay, sorry. That was a mistake. There is no second verse. Sorry about that, you guys. First verse, then right to the bridge. Okay, let's do it one more time.
Sure. Want to go down and come back up?
Yeah. That's why we have rehearsal.
There you go. Random.
Yeah. Saturday bang. Now they think that we do this, we one and the same. Now I believe in miracles, and a miracle is happening now. Woo! Thinking about my baby, don't matter if you're black or white. So we're running this one. I ain't died in this death. I ain't died in this stuff. I ain't died in this business. So when they go against rough, I ain't scared of you, brother. I ain't scared of no sheep. I ain't scared of nobody. God, when they go against me.
Protection for gangs, clubs, and nations. Cause breathing human relations is a turf war on a global scale. Rather hear both sides of the tale. You see, it's not about races, just faces. Where your blood comes from is where your space is. And so you sharp get color. I'm not gonna spend my life being a color.
But you agree with me when I saw you kicking dirt in my eye. But if you're thinking about my baby, don't matter if you're black or white. I said, thinking about my baby, don't matter if you're black or white. Thinking of being my brother, it don't matter if you're black or white. Woo! All right, some more. All right, yeah. All right, come on. It's black, it's white. Never do the beat that. It's black, it's white. Woo! It's black, it's white. Never do the beat that. Black, it's white. Woo! if they stop, you just keep dead to hit your highest note. Woo! It's time for you to shine. And hit a high, long one. Woo! Way up high. It's your time to shine. We'll be right there with you.
It's remarkable. It's some genius stuff going on over here, man. He is the king, and he's a good guy too. He's real humble, and he knows his music. What more can you ask for? Because I'm such of that flavor too.
I just had to have been crushing to these guys to when the whole thing fell apart when he passed away. I mean, obviously it's a major tragedy in somebody's lives, but to have that kind of a thrill, you're like, I'm going to be working with Michael Jackson. I'm going to go on tour with him, and then that, it's got to be a big fall.
Well, I was going to say this video just isn't complete without some morphing in it.
Well, no, this is a rehearsal. I disagree.
That's true.
You know what I
Okay.
noticed? You know what I noticed is that I've never seen Michael Jackson like that before. I have never seen him like that before. All business, no light wispy voice, none of that. He's getting on with it, and he's making things happen, and he knows what he wants, and all of that. And he still looked like top of the game to me there, which only illustrates how big a loss it was when he died. Because he was still very much a performer. He was 50 years old. And speaking of which, Orianthi there is probably about 24 years old, which puts her beneath Danny's age at this moment. She's a great player. I found it interesting, the grate that they had on the stage there, that they had her stand on. You saw that, and then they had the wind machine and the fog and everything coming up in her face, and she's still playing like that with her hair going up and everything. That's just interesting. I haven't seen something like that up close before. I knew it existed, but I've never actually seen it in action. So that was interesting to me.
It's incredible that she shared a stage with Michael Jackson, even if there was no follow through with the tour. I mean, not that I'm a Michael Jackson fan, but I must admit his music is, the musicianship in the songs is very well played. The production of his videos is impeccable.
Well, he was, Well, he was a solid performer and songwriter. I mean, the songs on Thriller.
And Thriller was, at the time, that was the best produced album in history at the time they came out.
I believe that was a Quincy Jones production. Let me just look this up for a second here. Yep, 7 hit songs off the record, which at the time was a record. Yeah. There was only 9 songs, and they had 7 hits. So not bad at all.
Orianthi just really stood out with the guitar part. And at the end, she shreds it, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They're going through the whole rehearsal thing, so she's got to wait to shred till he says it's time to shred.
Yeah, and she does.
And let me tell you one other thing. You know how today the convention is that you do have a lot of songwriters on a record, for a song, for a pop song. I just want to bring this up for a second. So, want to be starting something. Writer, Michael Jackson. Baby Be Mine is a cover by Rod Temperton. The Girl Is Mine, Michael Jackson. Thriller is also by Rod Temperton. That's interesting. Beat It, Michael Jackson. I'm saying he's the one writer. He's the one writer. All right? This is how it used to work in the music business. You had one writer. Maybe you had a couple. I actually thought that he collaborated a little bit more than he did, but no. Look, Billie Jean, Michael Jackson. That's it. That's it. That's amazing. When you look at today, almost always the producer wants to get a writing credit. Yeah, he was on the Dangerous record. That's right. So here we go. Black and White. Jackson and Bill Bottrell, who's an American record producer and songwriter. So see, by this album, he was collaborating with multiple writers. Like we got 4 of them here. We got 3 of them here. We got 3 here, 2 here. He wrote Heal the World by himself. But you see what I mean? Like, there's a big difference even between Thriller and this one, which is 91, which is 9 years later. Things changed in the music business by that time. So just an interesting thing, right? I have one more thing I want to show you, Adrian. It's just a minute long. And it's also from this exact same set of rehearsals. So what'd you think?
All right. Oh, yeah, it's great to see Orianthi doing it and doing a slightly better job, I think, but a different job on the solo.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, Eddie's solo on that is epic. Eddie Van Halen's.
Oh, God. Yeah, it was, to me, well, with my attitude back in the day, it was kind of like the one redeeming thing. The Thriller album was, Eddie Van Halen playing on one of the songs.
Let me tell you, Alex Van Halen was really upset about that. He thought, this is not how Van Halen does things. You do not play on a Michael Jackson record. This all came out in his autobiography that came out recently. Anybody who actually read the thing, let me know, if I got that wrong, but I don't believe so. I think that's about how it went. Furthermore, did you know that Eddie took no payment for this? They're like, look, set it up. We'll send you money. We'll send you royalties. We'll do something. He's like, nah. He's like, give me a beer or like a pizza or something. And something like that. He's like, nah. Can you even imagine anybody doing that today?
Oh, my.
No, the heck with it. I just wanted to do it. Here it is.
Oh, man.
Good times, man. Talk to you later.
Oh, God.
It was a different world.
Thinking back then, yeah, it was a different world. I was just kind of amazed by the video and by the Beat It solo. I mean, that was just awesome to see. I think that Orianthi was pretty faithful to Van Halen, even though she put her own things into it as well. Yeah, well, as you know, I mean, the last time we looked at Orianthi, we were looking at her solo and realizing that she was miming the thing for the video, but it wasn't the same thing, and that's because I don't think that she composes her solos. A la Jerry Garcia, she more plays it in the moment of what she wants to play instead of actually composing one and playing it. Well, some people will write down every note of a solo or something like that, but there's no law saying that you have to do that. Well, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this, and if any of it was a revelation. If there are other parts of it that you'd really like us to take a look at, let us know. But those were really cool clips and gave us the sense of what she was like as a professional musician at the time. Just another cool part of her story. So if you have other suggestions for us, please leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one, all right? Take care, folks. See you all later.